Okay, so this is the ultimate wind down session. We're going to use all the things. We're going to use the bolster, the blanket, probably the cushion as well. So come to a lying down position with your bolster, and we're going to bring the bolster up under your sitting bones. And if you want to have the blanket over you, you can. I recommend grabbing that. And there's a couple ways to get in. So it's safer to lie down first. I'll just grab my blankie and put it over my toes at least. So lying down first, getting your head nice and secure, lifting the hips and bringing the bolster up under the sitting bones. There we go. All right, and just starting here with the feet on the floor, feet apart, knees knocked in together. You can have the arms out or just however feels comfortable. Hands on the body is really great way to self-soothe as well and just to check in. So take a deep breath in and a long breath out. See if you can allow your body to be completely held by the earth. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. Let all of the weight fall down. Inhale. Exhale, let the day fall away. There's nothing to do now. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, bring your right knee into your chest. And exhale, just take a deep breath here. Getting a little stretch into, but just a gentle stretch into this hip flexor. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, release the right leg down. And exhale here. Inhale, left knee to the chest. Deep breath into the right hip flexor. And exhale out. Inhale, a deep breath in. And exhale, long breath out. Inhale. Bring your left foot back down to the earth. And exhale here. Bring the hands to the belly. Inhale. Big breath. Feel the palms raise. Feel the warmth of the palms and the warmth of the belly pressing against each other with the inhale. And then exhale, just let it all fall away. Inhale. And exhale. Hug your knees to your chest. Inhale. Feel a nice deep back stretch. And then exhale, roll over to your left hand side. So we're coming off the bolster because I really want to give you the most relaxing method. The best way to activate your parasympathetic nervous system is with legs up the wall. I'm using my bolster. You don't need to have the bolster, but using the bolster brings the hips above the heart, and that is just another cue for the body to help it go, okay, it's safe to calm down. So I'm using my bolster. So bringing your bolster close to the wall and come and sit sideways up against the wall and on your bolster or whatever you have. And then we're going to start to turn around. So you have to shift forward, walk your hands around, and then creep your feet up the wall. And as you come down, so I just like to, once I get here, I always need to adjust. So press the feet to the wall, lift the hips. I'm just going to shift the bolster to where I want it. And then try and get myself a little closer. The closer you can get to the wall, the better. And I always, you don't have to, but when I get here, I always just like to do a little bit of a stretch for my inner thighs. So letting gravity take the weight of my legs as they open. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And whenever you're ready, you can bring them back together if you had them apart. And just letting your body soften here. Allowing your body to regulate itself now that it's in this position. So we have a whole lot of nerves and blood flow happening in that sacral area because it's the base of the spine. So where the central nervous system gives and receives a whole lot of messages up and down the spine, there is a big hub happening there in that sacral area. So when we put something under it, like a bolster, and we lift the legs up higher than, and the hips higher than the heart, we start to send a message saying, okay, time to switch on the parasympathetic nervous system. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. And even when our mind feels like we are under threat, so whatever's going on in your life that is stressful, we all have stresses. We all have puzzles to figure out. We all have people in our lives that we clash with, or that things can get difficult with or create friction with. We can't always figure it out with our mind, with mental process, but we can calm the body down, which will in turn calm the mind down. Inhale. And exhale. When the mind is under stress, the body is also under stress. And when you bring relaxation to your body, it will bring relaxation to the mind. Both of them work interchangeably. They influence each other. If one is relaxed, the other will relax. If one is stressed, the other will become stressed. Inhale. And exhale. Feeling the weight of your body fall more and more into the earth. Inhale. And exhale. And start to slowly move, so just gently wriggle the toes. And we're going to hug the knees into the chest. Inhale. And roll off over to one side. Exhale. Make sure you put a hand down to catch yourself and roll yourself back up. We're going to come back to the mat, and this time bring the bolster over the knees. Get your blankie and get yourself nice and warm and cozy. Lie yourself down. Bring the hands again to the body. Really helps to self-soothe. It's a really good feedback for the body to give it that comfort. Otherwise, just bring them out beside you. Inhale. And exhale. And just see if you can zoom out a little bit. So zoom out and observe yourself lying on the mat, on this floor, in this room, in this house. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Zoom out a little more. So move your internal mind's eye to zoom out. And then zoom out a little more. So bring your internal mind's eye to observe the outside of the building that you're in. watching yourself get smaller and smaller as you move further away. And then zoom out even more to observe your whole suburb. And then zoom out even more to observe your whole city. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Zoom out a little more to observe your whole state. A little more to observe your whole country. A little more to observe planet Earth. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Imagine you're just sitting or laying comfortably on a bench, kicking back and watching the earth turn really slowly, and you're safe and you're warm and you're perched in a beautiful position. Another deep breath in. And a long breath out. Getting ready to zoom back in. So from your comfortable position, slowly zoom in and get a little closer to the earth so that you can see the outline of your country. Zoom in a little closer, see the outline of your state. Zoom in a little closer and see the outline of your city. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Start to zoom in now and find your suburb. And then zoom in a little closer. Find your street and the top of your house and the roof of your house. And zoom in a little closer, come back into the room, observing yourself lying on your mat, under your blanket, on the floor of the room. Inhale. And exhale. And then zoom all the way back in. Notice how it feels to be in your body. Feel your back against the earth. Feel the back of your arms against the earth. Feel your palms against your belly or the floor. Feel the backs of your knees on the bolster. Feel the warmth of the blanket holding the heat in. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Bring the two palms together and start to rub them, generate a whole lot of heat. Cup the eyes, allow the heat to penetrate into the eyes, sending healing energy, encouraging yourself to see the truth. Take a deep breath in. And a long breath out. Start to blink the eyes open underneath the palms. Start to slide the hands down the face. And then I invite you to stay here as long as you have time for. And then when you're ready, rolling over onto that left hand side and bringing yourself back up to a seated position. Still with the blanket. And I'm going to get mine, wrap it around. So coming back to that cross-legged position, palms onto the knees, eyes closed down. Take those long, sweet, unlabored breaths. All the way in. And then all the way out. And again, inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. And bring the two palms together up to the third eye. Bow your head in reverence of your higher self, the part of you that knows better, the part of you that brings you to this practice. Namaste.